No, I solicited some games, so I was discussing it with the guys, and it's close to $8,000. It's expensive. Very
He probably came around today.
This is the time in Berlin.
Did the artist invited you to paint the wall?
Yes. That's and these are the renovated ones. Even when the wall was standing, you had from the western side of the wall, it was used for graffiti and people writing quotes on it and or protest notes or whatever. But not from the east side, because from the east side it was of course being guarded, guard dogs and shotguns and so on.
You want to pick it up? Where's the best place to stop in the whole show?
It's about this area because the further down it has not been renovated.
Maybe we should do a quick picture.
Can we just do a quick picture taking here?
Yes.
Thank you, William.
I think Keith Haring was the most, and this guy, these things of Miro,
Oh.
they are quite famous.
Oh.
Oh, the artist who did this part?
Yes.
Which one? The one with the faces?
Yeah, the one with the faces. I will not stay, but here's quite famous.
Excellent.
And here you can also see structure of the wall, because from the basement to the top, and then there was this ring, and then there was still barbed wire across the upper ring.
Oh.
So you can see how high it was. Towards the city. The high tower you see there is one of Europe's highest, tallest buildings.
Hi.
And it's located
So-
on the Alex, is the German name for square. And this is a very, very huge people. But it was so ugly and it was so fantastic. Asbestos. So you see, we've made a side trip from the Daimler City, and we're heading towards the east.
It's on the left side?
Yeah, straight on.
Oh,
You
straight
see
on.
The,
Oh,
you
that's
see
right.
the Frederica, the carriage,
Yeah.
the green copper carriage
On top,
top. And that's where all the party mile starts. The Nazis from not only Germany but also Austria, Holland, Scandinavia, Poland, the Baltic states, wherever, even France, even the only country not was Switzerland, because Switzerland was strictly safe
Neutral.
from and neutral, and they closed their borders. And this was created by American architect Peter Eisenman and was opened last year. It consists of about 2,000 concrete blocks. You can, as you can see, the children running around, you can go through, and it's meant to be like, if you go in the middle of it, into the center, then you have all those stones around you, and they are various in size, and some are a bit leaning. It's all meant to be like that you contemplate and you get a feel of the vast size of what was going on. It's so unbelievable, and this is meant to make you feel get a feeling for what is how the size of what was happening be,
During the
to be
war.
demonstrated.
Mhm.
So we'll go halfway around it. Here it's very shallow in the beginning, but if we go further on, you see how deep it gets. The aisles are
Oh,
getting
yeah.
very deep.
Some different heights, huh?
And the committee who put it up, they say, we don't mind children running around. We want to have it as a lively monument. Something to feel and something to comprehend.
Wow. Nice.
See the construction site over there? With the 3 cranes? This is the American Embassy being built at the moment. The new building in its historic place. Things.
Wow.
It's
I've
huge,
never
isn't it?
seen anything like it.
It's a very impressive
Some
view from this
It's
side.
almost like a cemetery.
Yeah,
It gives you that
you could
feeling.
take it as a cemetery. Because all this was not here. There was just the tree standing over there. Otherwise, it was just lawn, and the wall was around here.
Oh, the wall was here somewhere. Huh?
Yeah, we are again in the eastern part. A French department store. You have very upper class restaurants like Boca di Bacco, which is closed during lunch. During the week you find celebrities. Some of these guys know me, and when we come with the black cars driven with, there you see the
Oh yeah,
building
it's got
of the
security,
American
huh?
Embassy.
Barricade.
Goodness gracious.
We'll have meet with Angela Merkel, the German Chancellor,
Uh-huh.
and I'll be among the lucky ones driving your Secret Service.
Oh.
That's the Russian embassy over there with all that gold and
Old
glitter.
door,
that's,
huh?
that's the other big country which I almost forgot to tell you
Oh, look
about.
at that. We could see the rice.
Yeah, the Brandenburg Gate,
Brandenburg
and in
Gate.
front they have this huge football you may have seen from
From the
TV.
TV, from the news,
Yeah.
CNN.
Yeah. And we'll go in. We just go in. They can't send us back. So.
Well, that's a big soccer ball there. I think
Yes.
we include that in the book. But it's good too for personal. Are you gonna take a picture?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, just east-west. You see, this is the east-west crossing, is above the ground, and you have about the same size below the ground. And this is one of the famous
Train station.
ICE trains, which are the German high-speed trains. You traveled on that?
Yeah, I see.
Ah, yeah. On the new one, on the new type, which is a bit more slim.
We passed by this. Wasn't there a movie that was filmed here? Oh, but it's new, you said, right?
Yeah, that's
You're right, they're not swimming in the river.
It's still the river. I have to make a turn.
That's okay.
Of the Chancellery. It's a very unique and wonderful modern building. And close to the Chancellery is already the Parliament building. Yeah, you see, Berliners are easygoing and the tourists are enjoying.
Yes.
It's a very liberal city. Don't get shocked if you see naked people somewhere lying around. We have areas in the Tiergarten where the gay community is lying around on the Sunday, and you'll see a lot of beautiful naked men, if you like. It's being tolerated. It's not being fostered, but it's being tolerated as long as they don't go public too much.
Interesting.
Yeah, this is also a nice view. On top of the Reichstag, the glass dome on top was designed by the British architect Sir Norman Foster, because this is Bebelplatz. And on Bebelplatz it happened then in the 1930s,
burning of the
33,
books?
the burning of the books.
Oh,
That's-
that's right.
Yeah,
It wasn't on this spot?
That happened on this square.
On the square, huh?
Called-
Can we come out?
The
Yeah,
burning
sure.
of books.
This was
The burning of the books. happened in the square. So now they have a monument for the stack of books. They have these bears with their hands up. Different countries, symbols.
Please, if not, just tell me. This building was erected and finished in 1905 and is a biblical book on Bible and then a book on Reformation. As I will play organ for you, take a journey with your eyes and look around. If you look all the way up, you can see it, you have to believe it. You see the Holy Spirit in 70 meters height. The Holy Spirit giving 8 golden rays towards 8 beatitudes. The 8 beatitudes as mosaics. I don't know how large your living room is, but each of those mosaics covers an area of some 39 square meters. And if you want to take one home and use this as a puzzle, you get 500,000 little stones for each of the mosaics, and it should take you a couple of years to finish it because they don't interlink, they just go one by one. Looking all around to see sandstone figures standing there high up. On the right side, which is the eastern side of the cathedral, where theology is at home, you see Martin Luther and his friend Melanchthon, both from Wittenberg, and on the other side over there, Zwingli and Calvin, both Reformed theologians. Opposite to the eastern side is the western side, of course, the side of the evil, the side of worldly life, in this case, the gallery of the last German emperor, and you see also 4 sandstone figures of some members of the German nobility that got the ideal acoustics today because energy downstairs. Thank you for coming. Are there any questions? Yes, wonderful.
When the bomb hit the dome.
Actually, so, but I mean, if you don't pay, so we say if you don't pay, you don't get it. But what you pay is what you get. If you don't pass a higher level of education. So driving down Friedrichstraße from north to south now. Still see the shops. Some shops are open now. They open on Sunday afternoons. And coming up shortly will be the Checkpoint Charlie. Oh no, there's a bus breakdown. Oh shit.
We gotta go around.
Yeah, we have to go around.
Oh, I've seen those. The system where you could.
I've subscribed to the German Rail, Deutsche Bahn. They have understanding as being a universal side. You see a Russian serviceman.
Ah.
And
this is actually the boundary, right? East and West Berlin.
Yeah. We are rolling over the wall stones now, and this was one of the checkpoints with the letter C. That's why it's called
C for Charlie. Yeah.
Checkpoint Charlie, and it's famous because it was the checkpoint where foreigners could change into the city. So they put up a replica of the small hut. And these guys here, they are disguised as soldiers.
They're just
you see?
exchanging money, bribing.
They charge for photos, one person €1.
Oh,
They are half legal. I make a U-turn so you can see the whole thing from the other side.
The other side.
If you want to, I can also. And where the soldier is with and that at the peak of the Cold War, there was one tank. American tank facing the Russian tank. They were so close, and it was all at the brink of the Third World War, which happened here. You must imagine all the modern buildings; they were not there. Those you see in the background. The building which was there, and was also the cafe, the cafe at the left corner, Café Adler, Coffee Eagle. That has been a coffee house ever since, and this became also famous when the war came down because there was no other place where journalists could take food or have a coffee or something like that. So they had the big times. There is a picture of the tanks which were facing, and that those pictures you also see on the postcard stands also. Like here, these were the signs where it said, "You are leaving. I have no one behind you."
You're leaving American sector.
Yeah, you can do your photo. Ich muss nur da, wo Ihr Kollege steht, da gehe ich eben dahinter, lass die Gäste raus, damit die zum Bootsanleger können, und dann bin ich hier recht. Dankeschön. They're very friendly German policemen. Sometimes they're even funny.
It's a far cry from what I used to see in the movies. Whenever you're being stopped in a car like that by a checkpoint,
Yeah.
that means trouble.
So they already started, do you think?
No, I think they will leave. He said it's
Can I have to take a picture of me and Daddy?
But now you can relax, you can use 2 chairs if you like. And I will try to give you the most interesting information about the sites you're going to see on the right and on the left hand side. Please stop me if I'm too fast. Can everybody hear me properly? Yes? Okay. So have a German beer as well. And relax a bit from the tour so far. On the left hand side, I already mentioned the new Central Station opened in May 2006 with over 9,700 glass panels. Different ones. So no glass glass panel is like the other. Okay, that's a quite unique feature of the central station. We have 5 platforms inside and 2 bounds, one going from north to south underground, underneath the river, and one going from east to west. Just in front of us, we are going through the new government. A blue building that side. This is the most expensive kindergarten we have in Germany. As cost, and it was highly debated because there were a lot of open places of the United States and Japan. Some say that also the Canadians have a big one, so it ranges from the 3rd to the 4th place actually. Then we have the Aspen, and now it's home of the parliamentarians. Having a cocktail, enjoying the sun, has become very popular, especially in the evening, and especially during the soccer games. Then you have the screens, and the people are enjoying themselves. Behind the Strandbaumitte, there's the Montbijou Park, open public swimming pool. You might see the children at the swimming pool inside. These bridges. And coming closer to the Frederiksbridge.
How are you, Michael?
All the states in Europe, France, Austria, and General Moltke was quite successful, and this is why they dedicated this bridge to him. And you might see the ugly now just above of the woman, supposed to be his wife, just in front of us, not General Moltke, his wife. This is Angela Merkel. She's the first and youngest chancellor of all time. She's only 51. She's the most powerful person in Germany. That's the new chancellery, built into the bridge just above to the helicopter airport, only for Mrs. Merkel. And also known as Harry Truman's smile. It was built in 1957, was a gift, a present by the American government, came down.
So we're driving south, so this is east and this is west on the right side.
This gives an idea. Parts of the wall. I want to get closer to it.
So, I'm just really curious. Before the walls came down, I mean, they really lived on one side, and people from the west lived on the other side. And that must have been hard.
Trying to jump the wall.
From the east to the west, or
Yeah.
west to east.
There you can
It's
see,
always east to west.
Here you can see, like they had those lights, those lanterns. It was all light, and here we are standing in West Berlin, and there we are. There is the cemetery was East Berlin. So it was about 100 meters. It was not just the wall. You had patrol guards going. You had a minefield. You had German Shepherd's dogs on lines running around. So once you had jumped, you would have jumped